You are competing with over 7.5 million sellers and over 96 million products on Etsy. The only ray of hope that you have is the 96 million active Etsy buyers. Etsy does have one unique advantage over every other print-on-demand platform, and that's customization. Images are the number one factor when considering click-through rate. Yes, titles are important, the price is obviously important, but images is the main thing. If we search for something on Etsy, this is what we'll see. A huge image, a slightly small title, and even smaller reviews, and your price will be there. But what's the first thing that you're seeing? It's the huge image or video. A buyer's attention will start at the image and it will funnel down to the price. They'll also look at the title, the reviews. Most people won't care where it's dispatched from. The title is there mainly for SEO. It's by no means drawing in all the attention. Reviews help massively as well, but that's something that's not really in our control, especially in the beginning. The main thing to note here is the huge image. This image will either hook a buyer or it will send a potential buyer packing. Which one do we want to do? What's even better than an image is actually a video. And we're going to discuss this a lot more very, very soon. But a video can literally speak 1,000 words. It can show so much. You can have close-up video. You can have a flyby video. You can have someone wearing the product on video. And it's brilliant. It auto plays when you hover over it on Etsy. They're really pushing for video on your listings. There's so many options, and I want to show you how you can achieve the best results. In this video, I want to go over key factors of why product videos and product images can massively impact your Etsy sales. And then I'm going to show you 2 incredible ways to get the best possible photos and videos. To begin with, there are 5 main factors to consider. First, impressions. Your image sets the first impression, as it's the first thing a customer will see. A bad first image will create a bad first impression. Either they'll just leave your product or they'll enter into a negative mindset where they see your price, they see your title, and everything just seems bad to them. A good image will put your customer or your potential customer into a positive mindset. So if you show them a good image and you show them a price, they might be like, oh, that's actually not a bad price, even if it is a bad price. And having this good first impression is vital to get that potential customer to click your product listing on Etsy, or for that matter, any print-on-demand platform. The next is professionalism. High quality images gives you that extra professionalism and that trustworthy feeling that your customers need when it comes to buying your product. Sorry, if you have bad images, what does that show your customers? Well, that shows your customers you don't even care about your product, you don't care about your images. Why should they? Why should they go and buy a product that you don't even care about? The next is product clarity. A good product image should show exactly what you are selling. There should be no confusion around the design, the color, the size, or anything. The next is reduced returns. Accurate and detailed images will help set realistic expectations in your buyer's mind. If they receive something that doesn't quite match the image, you could get refunds, and worse than that, you could get negative feedback, which no one wants. The next factor is social sharing. People are far more likely to share an Etsy listing or a product that looks good. Ask yourself, why do you share something on social media? Is it to help people? Is it to make people laugh? Whatever the reason is, would you share something that would make people think badly of you? Of course not. So there is absolutely zero chance that people are going to share your Etsy listing if it will make them look bad. And that's why you want to have the best quality images and videos and listing so that when someone shares it, they actually look like they're sharing something positive and good, and other people will click and other people will buy. Now let's discuss how you can have the best images and the best videos on Etsy, and then I'll show you how to get them. 1. Use high quality images, and if you can do videos, high quality is a must. 2. Make sure the lighting is good. Lighting is more important than the camera. 3. Show multiple angles. 4. Include close-ups. 5. Try and maintain some consistency throughout your shop. 6. Follow Etsy's image size recommendations. And 7. Spice them up with a little editing if need be. Brighten the colors, remove errors. Just ensure you're not manipulating this image, this design, so that when the customer receives it, it's different to what they are expecting. You now have 2 options to get these high quality images. Let's go through both of them. The first one will cost you quite a lot of money, and the second one will cost you very little money. If used right, both can work really well. So let's start with option 1, the manual approach. I really like this option as it allows me to edit and customize to my heart's content. However, it's really time consuming and it can be really expensive. With this option, I would order my design and do a whole photo shoot myself. I've got the cameras, I've got the backdrops, I've got the lights, so I can do this option. And when it comes to making videos, I would also use the lights, the cameras, the backdrops, all of that. And instead of taking photos, I would just start recording and film me wearing the t-shirt or film one of my friends wearing the t-shirt or the product. However, most people don't have cameras, lights, backdrops, and all the other technical gear that you need to create this really professional, completely customized look on Etsy. On top of that, you would also need to buy your designs. So if you have 100 different designs on Etsy, in various colors for that matter, it could be thousands of designs, that can cost you an absolute fortune. And the worst part is, you don't know what designs are going to sell just yet. You're still just uploading to Etsy and seeing what sticks and what sells. So it doesn't actually make sense to spend that much money on designs that might not get you anything. So this option, albeit a great option to make the best, most professional photos, isn't really viable for print on demand. For now, let's go straight into option 2, the automated approach. With this option, we're going to use mockups. Now, we don't want to just use any mockup, because everyone is using these mockups. We want to stand out. We want to look better. Not only do we want to include photo mockups, we also want to include video mockups. And above all, we want to make sure that our mockups match. And they match our branding, they match the colors, they match the t-shirts that are being worn. We don't want random mockups all over our Etsy shop. This is very important to give off that professional look that we're trying to go for. For the last 5 years, I have been using a platform called Placeit for their mockups. Now, don't get me wrong, I do really like taking the photos myself, and I have done this a few times, but like I said earlier, it's very expensive to do so. And even though I have all the camera gear and all the lights, there's still the factor of buying all of those designs, and that can cost thousands and thousands of dollars. So as I've been a very long-term user of Placeit, 5 years is no short amount of time, I reached out to them and I said, look, I've been a long-term user of Placeit. I want to make a video about you guys. Will you be willing to sponsor it and give my audience a unique discount? To which they said yes, which is brilliant because now I'm able to share with you what I do and get you a decent price on it. So let me show you how you can use Placeit to get the best possible photo and video mockups so that you can get more sales for your Etsy listings. Firstly, there is a couple of styles that we want to look for: lay flat, close-ups, model shots, and videos. There are tens of thousands of mockups here on Placeit, but we just want to focus on merch, and they have a whole section just for print on demand. If we click mockups at the top and we go to print on demand, we can see all print on demand, but we don't need all print on demand. We just want to focus on t-shirts. Or if you're selling mugs, go for mugs. Or if you're selling phone cases, go for phone cases. Whatever the product you're selling, they should have the mockup. On the left-hand side, you can see all the tags. There are so many. It's actually slightly overwhelming. I always start with lay flat and try to find one that I don't typically spot on Etsy. Spend a really good amount of time on this. Don't rush this bit because you want to find the best possible mockup. And like I said, they have thousands of options here. Not only does the mockup need to look good for your product design, you want a mockup that will work overall for your brand. So if you're in the cycling niche, or you're in the nature niche, or you're in the skiing niche, whatever it may be, you want your mockups to reflect that as well as your actual designs and your listings. Now, for me, I sometimes take these mockups a little bit further. Once I've downloaded them, I'll put them into Photoshop and I'll edit them more. I'll change some colors. I'll add some more props. I'll add my own custom logos to the top. I'll just do various things, but that isn't really important. You don't have to do that. You can start off a lot more basic. Once you've found a good bunch of mockups, try and save them. You want to keep consistency throughout your Etsy shop. And that way, if you save them, you don't have to spend hours scrolling through Placeit trying to find them again. You can just go straight to your mockup. Now, let's quickly move on to video mockups. Video mockups are really, really hard to find. Placeit has actually been working on video mockups for a very long time. And I remember when they first came out with video mockups, I actually didn't like them very much. They just didn't look that good. However, recently they have kind of revamped everything. And their video mockups look a lot better, mainly for social, but they do have some video mockups that would work for a product page like Etsy. All you have to do is go to videos, then click merch videos. They now have this merch specific video section, which is new. You can pick from any of them. Like I said, I'd recommend using these for your socials and just be very particular on what you use for your Etsy listings. Remember all of those factors that we discussed to having the best videos and the best images. They all apply here. A video like this would be perfect to showcase the design in a slightly different way. That will add another level of professionalism to your shop. If we take a look at some Etsy listings, very few people are taking advantage of video. A few people are good at them, but from what I can see, 99% of people aren't. So, do you remember that huge number of products we spoke about at the beginning? You're competing with 95 million products on Etsy. Well, the actual number of products that are taking full advantage of creating a really good looking Etsy listing is drastically smaller than that. So if you do incorporate incredible images and incredible videos, you will see it will do wonders to your click-through rate, and subsequently you will get more sales if you're getting more clicks. So give it a go, see what happens, and don't forget you can grab Placeit down below for 15% off for your first month, annual or monthly. And I know this video is sponsored, so immediately you're just thinking, well, obviously you're going to say nice things about Placeit, but I have actually been using Placeit for 5 years now. I use them in all my shops. I've made tens of thousands of dollars with mockups that I've used from Placeit, so I can't recommend them more highly. So the link down below will take you there and you'll be able to get that discount.